Okay, so this is going to be part 4 of hardwood flooring, do-it-yourself. So yesterday worked on all these slabs. There's all the slabs back there. I got them set up where I can do the thicker ones first and work down to the thinner ones. So if you remember how unlevel the slabs were, I've worked all these on the radial arm saw with the dado blade, and saw's unplugged. We're going to show you the process of how efficient, when you get one side wedged up where the slab teeters, you can get any twisted work board, get it true. So now if you look right here, this is all pretty true right there. But when you come down to here, you still have a gap. Now I'm not worried about this gap, because for the most part, this whole slab right here, I'm going to say over 3/4 of it has a good true side. So when I run it through the planer, it'll get the other side good. So when I run it through the planer, this is the side I'm going to have facing down. I'm going to flip this over, and now if you see right here, this is going to be a rough side. I'll get the elbow again. So we're going to put this down there, and you can see that this right here, this is where this slab was originally crowning up. So what we have is we have a divot, and if you start right here and go all the way down, it's got a low spot right in the center. You might have a spot that's high, but for the most part, this is all, has that low spot in it. This is going to be the first board that I'm going to run through the planer. Now, I did a board yesterday, and this is one of the slabs that I ran through there. I'm not worried about these outside edges because I still have to run them on the table saw. This is a good, true slab. This is the one I worked both sides to work each one of these slabs down. It's about 15 minutes. But if we come over here, it's relatively close. It might be off a little bit. If it is, this is actually going to be the side, because I'm going to cut a section out like so. Then this is going to get turned up and it's going to get ripped down again. So we are pretty good all the way down, and you can tell whenever it's good and true. Dogs are barking at something out there. When you lay it on a good flat surface, it'll almost feel like it has a suction cup. So we're going to lay this off to the side, just right here. Step out of the way. So we're going to go ahead and run this one through the planer. What a planer will do, it will take a smooth surface and make it even smoother. So we're going to lay this on here like so. We need to adjust that up, because I'm going to do the thicker slabs first before I do the thinner ones. And this way, we're going to start it up about 3 inches. It used to have a little measuring guide on there, but the measuring guide got broke off. So let's crank it up. Nope, I'm sorry, I was going the wrong way. Let's take it down, not up. So we'll get this thing up. And we're up just past 3 inches. We'll be good. We're going to set this on here like so. And then we're going to take this. I'm looking here, see where it's touching. It's hitting the rollers there. So roll up a little bit more, and we're good for the time being. So the way these planers work is you got 2 rollers in here, and then you have 2 sets of blades. So what happens as the rollers pull the slab or your product through here, the piece of wood, the blades are turning in the opposite direction. So what that allows that to do, it allows that to pull that board through there, and it also takes that down depending on the depth that you want to take down. I have a hose here that I just hook up so all the wood shavings can go out there, so I'm not wearing them. Planers are a little loud. We'll get the cord. I still have to get power out here on the work deck. So right now I'm running an extension cord so I can do everything I got to do. I've got me, since the planer sets up higher than this table, I got some blocks of wood on here, so when the slab of wood comes out, it is not dropping down and raising up the planer. So we're gonna go ahead and turn this thing on, and this does get loud. So one thing you have to be careful of when you start planing boards, you have to look at which way the wood grain is going, because if you don't get it going the right way, what's going to happen, that your board is going to have marks to where when the blade is cutting, the blade's cutting like this and the wheels are running like this. Again, you got two objects moving in opposite directions. So the wheels or the rollers are rolling this way. As they roll this way, they push it right on through. Your blades are turning this way. So your wheels are going this way to pull your wood through there, and the blades, and the blade goes the whole length from 12.5 inches. From that piece, this little side rail, to that side rail. So it pulls it through there. So when I say you have to be able to read the wood grain, it's hard to read it when this is a very, very rough cut, but if you look right here, you can see this is what they call cupping. So what happens is it's hitting that wood grain, it hits the very, very end of it, and it pulls it out, and all it does, it just takes a chunk of wood out. So what I have to do in order to keep this from happening, the whole slab, I have to completely turn this thing around and run it through there again. Now, since we know the wood grain is running this way, as those blades come by here, they're just taking this off, a little section at a time. And when you turn the blade on the planer, you're only turning this handle about a quarter or a half, depending on the hardness of the wood. If it's red oak or any other hard wood, you only need to do about a quarter of a turn. But if it's soft wood like pine, cedar, you can do a half a turn. So this right here, all the way around, that's one full turn. So this being a hardwood at red oak or white oak, sweet gums are another very, very hard wood. So like I said, with hardwood, you just turn it a quarter of a turn. Anyway, folks, this was part 4. Once I get all these slabs worked down, and which is that's going to be it for the day. And once I start part 5, that's going to be cutting all these slabs down to the thickness that I need, and cutting some blanks, and go ahead and then cut my flooring after that, and then we'll go for the next step. So anyway, folks, we'll see you on the next go around. Bye bye.